Linear equation. An equation is a statement that two algebraic expressions are equal. Look at these examples. We have here three examples of equations. These expressions are connected by the equal sign and they involve one variable. Right now we are concerned with solving linear equations, so we have to recognize a linear equation. A linear equation is an equation in which the variables are only raised to the power of 1. The first example is a linear equation. The second example is not a linear equation, since the variable x is raised to the power of 2 in one of the terms. The third equation is not a linear equation, as there is a square root of the variable x. As all equation has one equal sign, this equal sign divides the equations in two parts. The left-hand side of an equation is on the left of the equal sign. The right-hand side of an equation is on the right of the equal sign. In this equation, 2 plus 7x is the left-hand side. X minus 12 is the right-hand side. The solution of a linear equation is the value of the variable which makes the equation true. In other words, it makes the left-hand side equal to the right-hand side. Let's see how it works. Example. The solution of each of the following equations is one of the numbers in brackets. Find the solution for each one of the equations. 2x plus 1 equals 3. To solve this equation, we change the variable for each of the possible solutions until the left-hand side equals 3. In other words, we substitute each possible solution into the left-hand side until it equals 3. When x is 0, we have the left-hand side is equal to 1 and the right-hand side is equal to 3. As the value on the left-hand side is different of the right-hand side, we know that 0 is not the solution. When x is 1, the left-hand side is equal to 3 and the right-hand side is equal to 3. As the value on the left-hand side is the same as the right-hand side, we know that 1 is the solution. (3x plus 3 equals x minus 1). In this equation, when x is minus 4, the left-hand side is equal to minus 9, and the right-hand side is equal to minus 5. So, minus 4 is not the solution. When x is minus 3, left-hand side is equal to minus 6, and the right-hand side is equal to minus 4. So, minus 3 is not the solution. When x is minus 2, the left-hand side is equal to minus 3, and the right-hand side is equal to minus 3. So, minus 2 is the solution. Now, look at this expression. This expression is always true and it will always be true as long as we perform the same operation on both sides of the equal sign. If we add the number 2 on both sides, the expression remains true. This expression is true. If we divide by 5 on both sides, the expression remains true. To solve an equation, we make the same. To solve a linear equation, we perform operations on both sides of the equation in order to isolate the variable and get its value. We isolate the variable using inverse operations in reverse order. Whatever inverse operations necessary to isolate the variable we perform on one side of the equation, we must also perform on the other side. Let's see how it works. Example. Solve for x the following equations. 8x plus 10 equals 26. The inverse operation for plus 10 is minus 10, so subtract 10 from both sides. The inverse operation of multiply by 8 is divided by 8, so divide both sides by 8 and simplify. In short, to isolate x, we first subtract 10 from both sides, then divide both sides by 8. When the variable appears on both sides of the equation, remove it from one side. Aim to do this so the variable is left with a positive coefficient. The inverse operation of subtract 9x is add 9x, so add 9x from both sides. The inverse operation of add 8 is subtract 8, so subtract 8 from both sides. The inverse operation of divided by 2 is multiplied by 2, so multiply both sides by 2 and simplify. The inverse operation of add 3x is subtract 3x, so subtract 3x from both sides. The inverse operation of multiply by 3 is divide by 3, so divide both sides by 3 and simplify. Multiply both sides by 3 and simplify. Subtract 2x from both sides. Divide both sides by 7 and simplify. We need expand the brackets first, then collect like terms. Subtract 3 from both sides. Now, divide both sides by 5.